After plenty of FA Cup and Copa del Rey action, the Premier League and La Liga are back in full swing this weekend, with injuries and transfers already proving significant this January. Let's check in with the latest in this week's Euro Fantasy League preview. Hello, I'm your host Nicholas Carroll and thanks for joining us on the channel. This week, Serie A is on break, so we'll be concentrating on some of the major fixtures in England and Spain. So let's get started. Today we start with two teams that have been relatively unimpressive of late in a match where goals could well fly in at both ends as Watford host Southampton. Despite some mixed results of late, the Hornets have scored in their last 6 consecutive home matches and do have some attacking options against a struggling defence. Andre Carrillo comes off a positive couple weeks and seems to be benefiting from a consistent 90 minutes. A goal against Swansea as well as an assist against Manchester City was followed by another goal in last week's FA Cup win, showing a great deal of promise but carrying an awkward price tag of $7 million. Meanwhile, Andre Gray will be hoping for more 90-minute opportunities after scoring Watford's only goal against City. For the Saints, Shane Long struck early against Palace with his first goal since September and looks set to enjoy more consistent playing time with yet another appearance in the starting 11 in last week's 1-0 FA Cup win over Fulham. In the blockbuster match of the weekend, Liverpool will have their 13-match unbeaten run in the league put to the test against the travelling Manchester City. Though Jurgen Klopp's all-star attack will be without a key figure following Philippe Coutinho's £142 million transfer to Barcelona. So what now for Liverpool? Sadio Mane looks certain to return to more consistent playing time on the left wing, while Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain may well see an increase in minutes, though sits far from being a stable fantasy option. The Reds have received a massive boost with Mohamed Salah having returned to first team training after missing their last 2 matches through a groin injury and is now in a race to be match fit for City. While there's a lot of interest around Virgil van Dijk's arrival, the Reds' defence remains inconsistent and will be hard pressed to keep the City attack quiet. For City, Gabriel Jesus' New Year's Eve injury is set to return Sergio Aguero to more 90-minute performances. Of course, this will provide much better value for fantasy managers who will be hoping the Argentinian can return to some of the heights of previous seasons. 4 goals in his last 189 minutes across all competitions provides some good signs already. Raheem Sterling has continued his strong league form by scoring 5 goals in the last 4 matches he's started in. In sadder news, David Silva may be set to miss more matches after revealing the premature birth of his son, and we certainly have the Spaniard's family in our thoughts. Meanwhile, with just 1 goal conceded in 4 Premier League matches, City's defence remains a strong option for fantasy managers. And to finish off in England, Manchester United will be looking to make it 3 wins from 3 in all competitions to start 2018 against a struggling Stoke City. Romelu Lukaku returned from his short stint on the sidelines by returning a goal and an assist in just 45 minutes during United's FA Cup victory over Derby last week. The Belgians' return to the starting lineup looks set to resign Anthony Martial back to more sporadic minutes. Though the team changes haven't affected Jesse Lingard, who continues his impressive goal-scoring form, scoring his 7th of the season against Everton before bagging another in the FA Cup. Meanwhile, the Potters come off the back of 5 losses from 7 league games and an FA Cup loss to Coventry, which saw Mark Hughes ousted as manager. Needless to say, Stoke currently provides little attraction in the fantasy stakes. Serie A is on break this week, so we'll be heading straight over to Spain, starting with an intriguing clash between 2 top 6 teams, Real Madrid at home to Villarreal. Los Blancos have had an underwhelming start to 2018 with a 2-2 draw at Celta Vigo, followed by an unconvincing 2-2 draw with 2nd Division side Numancia in the Copa del Rey. Cristiano Ronaldo continues to disappoint the 11% of managers who own him with 2 consecutive 0-pointers, however the return of Gareth Bale is no doubt drawing some interest. After short cameos at the FIFA Club World Cup and 22 minutes in El Clasico, the Welshman celebrated a return to the starting lineup against Celta Vigo by scoring a brace for an 8-point total and showing a great deal of promise for the weeks ahead. Meanwhile, Karim Benzema remains sidelined with a hamstring injury and looks unlikely to return for the weekend's clash, with Sergio Ramos joining him on the medical list after succumbing to a calf injury. The away side have also started the year with some mixed form, accruing a loss, draw and a win in all competitions. Their defence has shown some strength of late, with 2 clean sheets and just 1 goal conceded in their last 3 La Liga matches. Though in attack they look set to lose their leading striker Cedric Bakambu, who is close to completing a move to Chinese outfit Beijing Guan. Luckily, strike partner Carlos Bacca has provided some potential of late, with a goal and 2 assists in his last 3 league appearances, and will now lead the attack with 20-year-old Turkish forward Enes Ünal. To finish off this week, we'll take a look at La Liga's outright leaders Barcelona as they travel to Real Sociedad in search of a 5th consecutive league win. For the home side, their lead striker William Jose is in the midst of a small goal drought with no returns in 4 appearances, while the team as a whole has failed to score in 3 of their last 4 matches. The away side have of course just signed the 3rd most expensive player in the world. However, Barca fans will be forced to wait to see Philippe Coutinho in action after the Brazilian succumbed to a thigh injury and is set to be sidelined for around 3 weeks. Not that the Blaugrana will be too vulnerable coming off the back of a 3-0 victory over Levante, which saw Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez and Paulinho hit the back of the net. Though it's the defence that's been benefiting most in the fantasy stakes, with 4 clean sheets in a row. This has provided 28 points for Mark ter Stegen in goal, while Jordi Alba added an assist last time out to his 4 consecutive clean sheets. That's about it from me. Be sure to keep up to date with all the latest fantasy news and tips at EuroFantasyLeague.com. And of course, if you're not already registered to play, then head over there now and get yourself sorted. Otherwise, until next time, good luck with your team.